The harder you force yourself to focus, the harder your brain is going to fight back. And you've been calling that laziness. It's not. It's self-protection. And once you see why, you'll never push through resistance the same way ever again. I did a recent episode where I broke down what neuroscience actually says happens in your brain when you force focus on something misaligned. And it has completely wrecked how I think about productivity completely. And I've been thinking about this way too long. Here's the short version. There's a part of your brain called the anterior cingulate cortex. It's your interior conflict detector. When you force yourself through work that doesn't align with what you actually want, that detector doesn't just chirp out like a smoke detector. It screams, and it screams loudly. And your brain starts pulling back the exact chemicals, dopamine, neuroepinephrine, that you need to stay focused. You're not losing motivation. You're really watching your brain protect you in real time. This is why things like the Pomodoro technique works for some people while it completely drains others. 25 minutes of forced focus on the wrong task doesn't build a habit. Researchers describe it as building something closer to neural scar tissue. You're training your brain to associate focus with internal conflict. But here's where it really gets interesting. Because your brain isn't broken when it resists. It might actually be the most honest thing you have in the room. Have you ever noticed your mind wanders right when you're supposed to be working the hardest? Well, that's your brain's default mode network activating. Not distraction, but it's a signal that something important is being suppressed inside of you. If forcing yourself to focus never works for very long, your brain is probably trying to tell you something. So, before you force your way through anything else, I want you to ask yourself one question. If I complete this task perfectly, will I feel energized or depleted? That single question exposes the difference between real alignment and forced grind. If focus feels effortless on some tasks and impossible on others, that's not randomness. That's valuable data about what you are actually built for. The biggest productivity breakthrough isn't trying harder. It's finding better alignment. And in the full episode, I go deep into the exact neuroscience, the chemistry, the 3-question framework, and why so many high achievers feel empty even after hitting goals they have white-knuckled their way towards for years. Look, you don't need more discipline. You need less internal war with your own mind. If you've ever called yourself lazy for resisting work that actually didn't align with who you were becoming, this next part is going to change how you see yourself completely. Go watch the full strategy. That link will be in the description below.
Your Success DNA Podcast.